Hey, it's Deep. Today I'm going to do a review of the 1978 film Halloween. It was directed by John Carpenter and it stars Jamie Lee Curtis and Donald Pleasence. So, the film is about a psychopath named Michael Myers who murders people in the town of Haddonfield. When Michael is 6, his sister is babysitting him, and after his sister is done having sex with her boyfriend, she goes upstairs to her room. Then Michael goes to the kitchen and finds a knife. He puts on a clown mask and he goes up to her room and murders her, stabs her in the breast several times. Then he walks out of the house and his parents see him outside with the knife. And they're like, Michael, Michael. And then it cuts off to like 15 years later. That's when Michael is in Smith's Grove Sanitarium. He escapes from there and he goes back to Haddonfield, Illinois. On Halloween night, he murders several babysitters. They're teenagers. One of the teenagers is Laurie Strode, who is played by Jamie Lee Curtis. She survives the whole ordeal. Donald Pleasence is Dr. Loomis, the psychiatrist from Smith's Grove. He also comes to town with the police to help capture Michael. So one of the things I love about this movie is it uses violence, but it's not like over-the-top blood and gore. There are some scenes where we see Michael stabbing people and choking them to death and stuff like that, but it's not an overly violent film like Saw. I don't really like films which are overly violent. At least not horror films, but I do like action films that have violence. Another thing I liked about the film was the camera work. In certain scenes they show Michael stalking people and we hear his breath. So it's kind of like a first-person camera view. The camera is traveling and it's kind of like we're looking through Michael's eyes. I also like the characters in the film, such as Laurie and her friends. They played their role well. I like John Carpenter's music. It's one of the best themes I've ever heard. I also like the nudity, like when Laurie's friend is having sex with her boyfriend and then he goes out to get a beer Then after he dies, Michael goes into a room and she takes off her top. So overall, it was a really fun film to watch. I liked the when I was younger, I enjoyed dressing up for Halloween, so that's why I like Halloween as a holiday. It's just fun as a kid. Most of the sequels in the Halloween series weren't very good. Halloween 4 was pretty decent. I might do a review on that. I don't know. I've also seen Halloween 2018. It was decent. I might do a review on that. I don't know yet. But for now, I'm just gonna keep this review because it's a classic slasher film. I've seen Friday the 13th as well, and I didn't think it was as good as this movie. This one just has a very Halloween-like atmosphere, which I loved. But since it's just a slasher film, I would have to give it a 9 out of 10. Because I don't think that kind of a story is very unique, even for a horror film. Although it's a good movie to watch when you don't have anything else to do. It is one of the best slasher films ever made. I mean, it is the best slasher film ever made, in my opinion. So this was my review of Halloween. Alright guys, see ya.